Pretty unfortunate news, and it's exactly what we talked about in today's earlier video. What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with Tech Solutions. Hope that you guys are all having an amazing Monday. Here to provide you guys with a quick little update. If you're asking the question, why are markets dropping during the overnight hours? So from the highs of 610 almost for QQQ, markets have pretty much given back all that they gained except for the first 5 minutes of the market open, right? The initial reaction on the market was investors wanted to buy at the dip. Shortly after, we heard the news that there were no further attacks going on in Iran, and we made it very clear in today's earlier video. Hey, if you think that there are no more attacks that are going to happen, then yeah, I can kind of see why you're going long, you're buying the dip, and your intentions are to hold as markets try to recover. But based off of literally everything that Donald Trump has said, the big attacks are coming. We haven't even started. There's possibly 4 weeks of attacks that are going to happen. It's not rocket science. It's literally just not being impulsive. There's nothing wrong with trading the markets as direction was in your favor. We love that. That makes complete sense. You're going with the flow of the market, right? On the 5-minute time frame, it was a beautiful ascending higher high and higher low. But once markets got closer into the close or began to consolidate and show lack of progress, then you really have to ask yourself, hey, it's probably not a super safe idea to be buying at these elevated levels, knowing that markets can correct. Well, why? Because again, Trump has stated that more attacks are likely to happen, and the markets don't like attacks. That's why the markets originally sold off. Markets began to recover in the hopes that no more further attacks were needed after the president of Iran was killed, right? But now it looks like there is further escalation. And for those that did not see the news, Iran strikes a U.S. embassy in Saudi Arabia. And then shortly after, President Trump responds with the attack that the U.S. President Trump says a response to the attack of the U.S. embassy in Saudi Arabia and the killing of U.S. soldiers is coming soon. So again, supporting the case that the U.S. will respond in more attacks. On top of that, the what was it? I think it was the X.com platform that shared this. It's a security update for Americans in the Middle East of areas to avoid and all the different countries to stay out of. So again, it's like all the red flags I believe were there. Obviously, we're not here to tell you what to do, as we can't predict the future, nor should you ever, just do what someone else tells you. But I feel like the context clues were there, right? The red flags presented themselves. Trump made it super clear that more attacks are likely to come. They're just getting started. And knowing that markets were so eager to recover, I don't really see how you're surprised that now they're beginning to correct themselves. And that's even prior to the U.S. responding. With that being said, well, why are we talking about this? Well, we're here to make money, right? And although, again, I get it that attacks are happening in the Middle East, there's nothing that we can do about that. As traders and investors, we try to position ourselves in a favorable way to be able to make money off of these volatile moves. The biggest thing is please do not use leverage. Don't over leverage yourself in a position where you might later end up regretting. And second, try to find those unique opportunities. Like right now, something that's rather unique that a lot of our LPP traders are talking about is oil and gas. Europe gas prices surged 50% after Qatari LNG production halts. Again, understanding that there's specific commodities that are being attacked right now, and when there's a shortage of that commodity due to these attacks, but demand stays the same, demand is likely to increase to try to, take on any of the shortage that we might see of the potential supply. With that being said, oil and gas are obviously a really big focus for a lot of traders right now. The same thing with silver and gold, right? Right now, these precious metals are trading in a way that go up when markets go down. Also, in a very simple term, is you don't have to short the markets if you don't feel comfortable, but there's obviously the SQQQ and SPXS, which is the S&P 500 and NASDAQ-based ETFs. The last thing that we want to talk about is if you feel uncomfortable even investing during an uncertain time, I think that's great. Stay cash. Because if deals do present themselves, then guess what? When markets sell off, and everything all begins to settle out. We don't know how long that's going to take, but If more uncertainty presents itself, markets are likely to drop even further. Stay in cash, even if it's for a few days, a few weeks, however long this lasts, really challenging and testing your patience. Then at least at that point, you're able to buy something at a much better deal with and is hopefully a good quality company, right? And that's really the question that you need to ask yourself is, what is your plan? None of us can predict the future, but all of us can prepare for it and create a plan of action and effort to do so. So do you plan to take advantage of these intraday opportunities? If so, what sectors, what areas are you focusing your time and attention to? This is something that we're going to talk about in tomorrow's live trading session with our LPP team. But on top of that, if you don't feel like you are ready to trade this kind of volatility, maybe because you're just getting started, it seems too risky, I respect that. You shouldn't be forced to be in a position that you don't feel comfortable in. So maybe you do just stay cash. It doesn't mean that you have to sell all of your investments. It just means that maybe you have some cash set aside. So if markets do retrace, you're actually able to take advantage of that possible dip buy opportunity. Again, it's not about predicting. It's simply about preparing. When uncertainty presents itself, what are you doing to prepare? Again, if you want to join us for tomorrow's live trading session, all I literally ask you to do is click that second link in the description down below. You can sign up and watch me trade live as soon as tomorrow once the markets open. Appreciate your time. Hope that earned a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.